There are countless books and lessons on achieving success, but very few of them teach us how to overcome failure, or how to deal with obstacles when we are stuck. Yet that's the type of knowledge that most of us would primarily need, because as soon as we face a barrier or hardship, our nervous system gets into overdrive, and we become hopeless, discouraged, reactive, and torn. As soon as we encounter unwanted situations, we have no idea what to do. Well, this book is different. Published in 2014, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, is surely one of the greatest self-help books written in our time period. It is a book of ruthless pragmatism, which will change your perspective on life and teach you how to turn any kind of obstacle into an advantage. This book draws its inspiration from Stoicism, the ancient Greek philosophy of enduring pain and adversity, with persistence and resilience. The Stoics focus exclusively on the things they can control, let go of everything else, and frame every obstacle they face as an opportunity to get stronger, tougher, and better. And by applying the knowledge found in here, you will be able to do the same. You'll be able to overcome any kind of obstacle on your path to success. It won't be easy, but you'll be prepared to give it all you've got, ready to endure, persevere, evolve, and inspire others. To succeed, you must master 3 key elements: perception, action, and will. Perception. Perception refers to the way we see and understand what occurs around us, and the way we interpret those events. Our perceptions can make us stronger or weaker. If we are short-sighted, subjective, emotional, and fail to see the world as it really is, we only amplify our problems. But if we manage to embrace the chaos of life, while keeping a cool head and focusing only on the things we can control, we will realize we can always find a way to adapt to and even thrive under any kind of circumstances, no matter how difficult or unfavorable they may seem. To prevent becoming overwhelmed by the world around us, we must learn to control our emotions and minimize their influence over our life. This isn't easy though. It takes a significant amount of effort, discipline, and self-control to avoid the problems of bad perceptions, to separate reliable signals from misleading ones, to filter out delusions, expectations, prejudice, and fear. But that effort is more than worth it. Once you master your perceptions, you will be able to remain calm, collected, focused, and realistic in situations in which others are fearful, hesitant, reactive, and overly optimistic or pessimistic. You will see things clearly and objectively, as they truly are, neither good nor bad, which is a crucial advantage in the fight against obstacles. Discipline in perception allows us to see the advantage and the most suitable course of action in every situation, without the pestilence of panic or fear. Conversely, by reacting emotionally, we lose our sense of perspective, and any difficult situation we may face could degenerate into a real crisis. To acquire discipline in perception, you must focus on how things really are. Stop seeing the problems in front of you as problems. As the saying goes, every problem is an opportunity in disguise. So, find a way to transform every negative situation into a learning experience, a skill set, or a fortune. Everything that happens, be it an economic crisis or a personal tragedy, can be a chance to grow and move forward. There are a few things to remember when faced with a seemingly impassable obstacle. You must try to steady your nerves. Control your emotions. Be objective. Place things in perspective. Revert to the present moment. Focus on what you can control. Choose to see the good in a situation. Ignore what disturbs or limits others. This is how you find the opportunity within the obstacle. It's simple, but not easy. It is a process that results from self-discipline and logic. But that logic is always available to you. You just need to use it. Action. Action is common, but right action is not. Not every kind of action will prove itself useful, only directed action. Everything must be done with a purpose. Step by step, action by action, you must dismantle the obstacles in front of you. With persistence and flexibility, you must always act in the best interest of your goals. But remember, proper action requires courage, not imprudence. Creative application, not brute force. Your movements and decisions define you, therefore you must act with boldness, deliberation, and persistence. These are the qualities of right and effective action. Such action is the cure and the solution to all our problems. At one point or another, we've all told ourselves, I am so tired, stressed, overwhelmed, busy, blocked, or outmatched. And then what do we do about it? We treat ourselves. We go out and party. We sleep in. We wait for the problem to magically disappear. It feels better to ignore our problems or pretend they don't exist. This doesn't make our situation any better though. We need to act. And we need to start now. In life, it doesn't matter what happens to you, or where you come from. All that matters is what you do with what you've been given, and how you deal with what happens. The only way you'll accomplish something impressive is by making the best of what you've got, by using it all to your advantage. Sure, no one wants to be born weak or to be victimized. No one wants to be poor. No one wants to be stuck behind an obstacle, blocked from where they want to go. But all these circumstances can be surmounted, with a combination of discipline, mental toughness, and action. No one is saying you can't tell yourself, "This sucks." Take a minute to vent and exhale. Just don't take too long, and get back to work. Because each and every obstacle you overcome, makes you stronger, and prepares you for the next one. If you want to accomplish your goals, there is only one way. Take action. Greet your obstacles with energy, persistence, resilience, pragmatism, strategic vision, a coherent and deliberate process, craftiness, and an eye for opportunity and pivotal moments. If you do so, nothing can stand in your way. Will. Will is our internal power, which should never be affected by external events. It is our final trump card. If action is what we do when we can influence or control our situation, our own will is what we depend on when we lose the possibility of controlling or influencing the event. A strong will is what prepares for turmoil and adversity, and allows you to be cheerful even in the darkest times. Too many people associate will with how much we want something. In reality, will has more to do with letting go of something. True will is resilience, quiet humility, and flexibility. The other kind of will is often weakness covered up by ambition and bravado. Guess which one lasts longer under the hardest obstacles? If perception is the discipline of the mind, and action is the discipline of the body, the will is the discipline of the heart and the soul. Will is wisdom and fortitude, not just about particular obstacles, but about life itself. It gives us ultimate strength. The strength to endure, analyze, and derive meaning from the obstacles that can't be overcome. With all our modern technology, we think we have complete control over the world around us. That's not really true though. It's highly unlikely that we'll ever manage to get rid of all the unpleasant and unexpected parts of life. The world can often be a random, vicious, and awful place. The incomprehensible happens all the time. As such, the will is the third fundamental discipline that you must cultivate. We can think, act, and finally adapt to a world that is highly unpredictable. A strong will is what prepares us for the unpredictability of life, protects us against it, and allows us to succeed in spite of it. It is what allows us to keep cool and stand undisturbed, while others faint and give in to disorder. It's what keeps us confident, calm, and ready to work regardless of the circumstances, even when our worst nightmares have come true. However, it is also the most difficult discipline to master. It's easier to control our emotions and perceptions than it is to give up our desire to control other persons and events. It's easier to persist in our actions and efforts than to endure pain or discomfort. It's easier to think and act than it is to be wise. To develop your will, you must always prepare yourself for difficult times. Accept what you're unable to change. Manage your expectations. Persevere. Learn to love your fate and what happens to you. Submit to a greater cause. Remind yourself of your own mortality. And last but not least, be prepared to fail, and start over again. If you enjoyed this summary and are curious about more, check out the links in the description. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, to help the channel grow.